Good morning all और welcome है to the Stock Room Live where we discuss company insights, a news bulletin by इंदिरा सिक्योरिटीज। मैं हूं सीए श्रुतम मोगरा और मैं आप सभी को प्रीवियस ट्रेडिंग डे के मार्केट आज के दौरान और पोस्ट मार्केट आज के दौरान जो भी कंपनीज द्वारा एक्सचेंजेस को दिए गए मेजर अनाउंसमेंट्स है उसके बारे में छोटी सी वन लाइनर समरी दूंगा, वो भी सिर्फ 5 से 10 मिनट में, ताकि आप मार्केट के लिए बेटर प्रिपेयर्ड रहे। सो लेट्स बिगिन, स्टार्टिंग विद एक्विजिशंस। भारत फोर्ज सिक्योर सीसीआई अप्रूवल फॉर 100% एक्विजिशन ऑफ एएम इंडिया मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉर्पोरेशन। Deepak Fertilizers and Petrochemicals Corporation launched Deepak Global Chem Pte Limited in Singapore with 100% shareholding on April 23, 2025. Styrenix Performance Materials Care Rating reaffirmed ratings for Rs 650 crore facilities post acquisition of INEOS Styrolution. Sunflag Iron and Steel Company signed a PPA for 11 megawatt solar power with Sunshore Solar Park, acquiring a 26% stake for Rs 5.72 crores. Orient Cement BSR and Associate LLP resigned as statutory auditors on April 22, 2025 amid Ambuja Cements Limited acquisition process. Allchem Laboratories successfully completed acquisition of 100% stake in Adroit Biomed Limited on April 23, 2025. Shriram Properties acquired 5-acre land in Yela Khana for 200 to 250 crore GDV. Now moving towards capacity expansions or new ventures, Infosys incorporated a wholly owned subsidiary, Infosys Australia Technology Service Pty Limited, on April 23, 2025. Som Distilleries and Breweries companies has started dispatching beer to Tamil Nadu from its Karnataka plant. Optimus Infracom unmanned system launched 4 advanced drones for defense, including Marak VT100 and Vajra QC55, showcasing next-gen technology. Royal Orchid Hotels launches Regenta Bharti Resort in Mahabaleshwar, expanding its presence in Maharashtra. Adani Green Energy, Adani Hydro Energy 5 Limited signed a PPA for 1250 megawatt energy storage capacity with UPPCL. Now moving towards some financial results. Maharashtra scooters for FY25 revenue from operation decreased 17.6% YOY, while PAT grew 7.5% YOY. Final dividend of 30 per share recommended. Next is Rallis India Q4 FY25 revenue down 1% YOY, EBITDA at negative 20 crore, PAT at negative 32 crore. Crop care revenue down by 1% YOY, seeds revenue down 3%. FY25 revenue of rupees 2,663 crores, PAT of rupees 125 crores with growth of 23% in soil and plant health and 20% in herbicides. Tata Consumer Products consolidated revenue grew 16% YOY to rupees 17,618 crore. EBITDA rose 8% YOY with a margin of 14.2%. PAT increased 16% YOY to rupees 1,380 crore. Revenue for Q4 at rupees 4,608 crore, up by 17% YOY. EBITDA at 625 crore, down 1%. PAT at 349 crores, that is up by 64% YOY. Vendit India FY24-25 standalone sales at rupees 21,197 lakhs, PAT at rupees 3,829 lakhs. Domestic sales up by 7% YOY, but export was down 12%. Q4 at rupees 6,976 lakhs, PAT at rupees 1,247 lakhs. Canfin Homes net profit for Q4 FY25 is rupees 234 crores, that is 10% QOQ growth. FY25 at rupees 857 crores, that is 14% YOY growth. Loan asset grew 9% YOY, recommended final dividend of rupees 6 per share. Vimta Labs board meeting on 28th April 2025 to approve audited financial results for Q4 FY25. Philatex India Q4 FY25 revenue at INR 1080 crore versus INR 1026 crore. EBITDA at INR 75.7 crores versus 64.7 crores. PAT at rupees 41.4 crores versus INR 34.8 crores. FY25 revenue at 4252 crore versus 4286 crore. EBITDA at rupees 257.7 crore, up from INR 239.2 crores. PAT at INR 134.6 crore, up by INR 110.7 crores. Supreme Petrochem Q4 FY25 sales increased 1.5% YOY, operating EBITDA down by 17%, PAT fell by 19% YOY, but 50% up by QOQ. Suntech Realty board to consider audited result for FY25 including potential final dividend. Tips Music reported 29% revenue growth YOY with 311 crores for FY25. EBITDA grew by 30% YOY to 207 crores, margin at 65.6%. PAT reached rupees 167 crore, up by 31% YOY. Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank net profit 1,183 crore YOY growth, 10% total income rupees 6,142 crore YOY growth, 12% operating profit rupees 1,746 crore, that is again 18% YOY growth, 18% interest income rupees 5,291 crore YOY growth of 9%. LTI Mindtree revenue grew by 7% YOY, EBITDA up by 1.7%, PAT increased 0.4% YOY. HDFC Asset Management Company FY25 revenue grew 35% YOY to 34,980 million. PAT rose 26% YOY to rupees 24,609 million with EBITDA margin at 36%. Dividend proposed at 90 per share. Syngene International Q4 FY25 revenue grew 11% YOY to rupees 1018 crore. EBITDA by 9% YOY. EBITDA margin at 35%. PAT down 3% YOY to 183 crore. Aztec Life Sciences Q4 FY25 total income at rupees 120 crore, down 22.8% YOY. EBITDA loss of rupees 6.3 crore, a decline from rupees 14.8 crore YOY. PAT at rupees negative 16.1 crore, up from rupees negative 40.4 crore QOQ. Now next up, moving towards some fundraising activity announcement. Saraswati received listing approval for rupees 66,000 equity shares at rupees 10 each with a premium of rupees 11,903. Piramal Healthcare Inc. subscribes to 1,903 OCRPS for USD 190 million, completing within 6 months. Next up is some incident related news. Neogen Chemicals GPCB issued direction due to a fire incident at MPP3. A penalty of 35 lakhs EDCE has been imposed. Now moving towards joint venture or collaboration information. BPCL partners with GPS Renewables for a joint venture focused on compressed biogas plants in India, targeting the establishment of 8 to 10 plants across key states. Mahindra Holidays and Resort India collaborates with the Job Plus to launch a skill development program aiming to double their room capacity to 10,000 by FY30. Next up is some merger or spin-off news. Sterling Tools Haryana Ispat Private Limited merged into Sterling Tools Limited effective April 23, 2025. Praveg Limited board approved the merger with Eulogia in Private Limited with a share exchange ratio of 1,000:6683, enhancing market position and operational synergies. Rane Madras approved allotment of 1.32 crore shares to eligible shareholders in REVL and RBL, increasing equity share capital to 27.64 crores. Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail effective date of scheme is May 1st, 2025 with appointment date April 1, 2024. Now moving towards some order win announcements. EFC secured a 183 crore interior trunky fit out contract from a leading Indian MNC. Suzlon Energy awarded 1,544 megawatt wind projects including 378 megawatt order to NTPC Green Limited, reinforcing its market position. Rajesh Power Services secured new orders worth rupees 1,116 crores, including trunky contracts and substation projects in Gujarat. Expected completion is in 12 to 18 months. Now coming towards other important announcements, Lupin Diagnostics Limited achieved 100% NABL accreditation for all greenfield labs, emphasizing commitment to quality. Ratan India Enterprises Coco Blue Retail celebrates its third anniversary with a company-wide ESOP program allocating 5% of share capital, reflecting a people-first culture. They also recorded a 35% YY growth in FY23-24, outpacing industry benchmarks. Now finally coming up on the USFD or the pharma regulatory announcements. Kaplan Point Laboratories, Kaplan Sterilize received USFD approval for an injectable emulsion, a generic equivalent to vitamin K1 injection. US sale is estimated to be at around $8 18.5 million. Aurobindo Pharma, Eugia Pharma approved for dasatinib tablets. Expected launch Q1 FY26. Market size is around $1.8 billion. 181st ANDA approval for the company. That is it from our side, and for the whole detailed document, please check the link in description below. And for such update, keep following us on social media handles. Thank you.